My name is Corian Shaw. My business right now is called Half a Meal. Basically, what Half a Meal is right now is I don't want to go down the lines of a podcast, but it's so much more of a basically a talk show, somewhat real reality of me and a group of friends, very good guys that we've been together for many years since we was kids. All our parents and stuff is very close. They all have relationships with each other because they've been knowing each other ever since we was children. And a group of guys that I trust and wouldn't mind having conversations with. And pretty much Half a Meal came about me fasting and praying about doing something to express myself, to also ask my friends if it was something that they was into, because there's a lot of things that us as men we deal with that are not comfortable with speaking out loud about. So I feel like what I'm trying to do is help other men or women, anyone in my generation, to know that it's okay to, express yourself, to talk about certain things that may be bothering you down those lines. Because I know me, myself, I keep so much bottled in going through therapy, and I learned that it's okay to express yourself. And what happened was, I'm going to go back to basically how Half a Meal came about was me seeking and praying and asking God to guide me down the lines of trying to share some things or share my story, or even just to have these conversations with a group of guys. And this is what I came up with, to have basically like a round table talk, almost to the point where it's real. Well, it is real, not almost, it is real. And the name itself, Half a Meal, I was going to go with Let's Talk. Let's Talk was going to be the name of my show, but I went with Half a Meal. And the reason I went behind Half a Meal is crazy. My father helped me out with this, but I was listening to Jay-Z, and there's a lot of things that Jay says that really stick to me if you listen to his lyrics. But Half a Meal stood out in one of his lyrics. I can't quote it right now, I'm sorry. But my dad was explaining to me, he was like, man, with you group of guys, all of y'all, he was like, man, y'all worth, half a meal. It was just dope because the name itself actually, when I think about it, it stands behind something with my group of guys, and it's not all about money. It's the knowledge and the power that we have. Money doesn't make you rich. That's my point of that. I feel like it's the peace and happiness you have within yourself. I always look at things that if you don't love yourself, who will? So it was crazy because I brought this actually before it became Half a Meal. It was Let's Talk, like I said, but I brought it to several friends, and a lot of people was very interested in being a part of Let's Talk before it became Half a Meal. And what happened was the only ones knew was Kwani, Aaron, my brother Quan, Greg, and Biscuit. I hope I ain't repeating no names, but they the only ones who knew about everything. Nobody else knew anything about it. So this one day, my dad was cutting my hair, and I was just sitting there talking to him about some stuff, and this lady walked in. I can't remember her name. She's running for mayor in Newport News, Virginia. She's running for mayor, and I was talking to her about it, just about a situation, something that came about. And she said something, and it stuck out to me, and I was like, well, I'm actually, about to do this show. So my dad had stopped cutting, and he looked at me like, what you mean you about to do a show? And so I told her about it, and he heard, and he was mad. He was like, man, why you ain't tell me nothing? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm supposed to be there. Like, you supposed to let me know what you got going on. So I told him about it, and my father was all in. He was all in when it came to that. And right after that, I started planning the show, getting everything in line for the show. And the day of the show, I seen my mom, right? Mom was like, what you doing today? And I was like, nah. She ain't know nothing about it. I was really not hiding it from her, but it was almost like a surprise type thing. Like, look, Mom, check this out. Tell me how you feel. And she was like, oh, okay. She was like, so you ain't got nothing to do today? And I was like, nah, I ain't got nothing going on. And she was like, oh, I know about your show. And I was like, oh man, like, why ain't tell my mom, man? Because she was all about it. She was with it. But like I said, my parents is all with it. They always supported everything I ever done, everything down to me starting my trucking business and everything. I mean, everything that I have done, my parents has always played a big part in it. So I'm really thankful for them. And it's just one of them things that for the first time in my life, I actually kind of did something that nobody really had to push me. Don't get me wrong, my boys been pushing me, especially my boy Biscuit, Tyrell. He been pushing me to stay on top of this because it's a good thing, and I'm really loving it. I'm really loving it. Yep. Really, what I'm trying to accomplish is I see something that we talked about in basically like one of the first episodes is some of like the anxiety and basically men, that, around my age group, my generation, they're not comfortable speaking out. They're not comfortable, expressing themselves or admitting something is even wrong. So what I'm doing now is that I have a group of my friends to let, to each one of us feed off of each other so that other people can see that, dag, man, maybe I need to talk, or maybe there's something going on that I may need to get off my chest, or even sometimes finding yourself. So my main goal in this is I'm not looking for nothing in return for none of this because I'm doing it out of joy in my heart. But my main goal right now is for people, I'm not just going to pick, genders, but people everywhere, whoever watches it, see that it's okay to talk, or it's okay to express yourself, or to just, to see the realness of men. And, you know what I mean? I'm not going to keep sticking on men because there's women also out there that may be dealing with certain situations that really don't want to, talk. But what we're doing right now, and I noticed when we first started shooting that it was almost a therapy moment because so much that got off of people's chests that I felt like some people was holding back. Because some things, when I was, talking to my boys, I noticed, I heard that, I didn't even know that they had going on, and not that it say so much that it really bothered me, but it was really down the line of what we did was needed, because I learned that even after when we had a conversation of our first shoot, that was needed because it was almost like a reunion for us because we all are grown, everyone has families now, everyone is separated, so you really don't have those conversations no more. But I'm thankful for it. But like I said, I'm gonna go back. I'm sorry. Is that that's really what I'm trying to get to let people know that let's talk. Talk about it. It's okay to express yourselves. You know what I mean? If you got to meditate, sometimes meditate. Go into a room, shut the door. Everybody ain't got to know your problems. But all I'm trying to do right now is let people know that you really should express yourself more and get things off your chest, even if just talking to yourself. Tune in. Spread the word. Hashtag half a mil. Feedback, negative feedback. Sometimes it's good also, good feedback. But, tune in, give us your input. I'm also going to be reaching out to certain people to start bringing on the shows. And my goal is to put out, 4 shows a month. My goal is to drop them all every Sunday afternoon. Don't have a set time on when I really want to do it. But that's my goal right now. But that's it. Just tune in. Half a mil.